It's Ehizoje, everyone's favorite Nigerian.
This that real life shit, nigga.
But after more than a decade of giving LA a signature sound, the producer, formerly known as DJ Mustard, has shown his range in not only rap but also R&B. Named after a golden nugget given to him from the late Nipsey Hussle, Mustard was on a mission to prove he's more than just a regional producer. Timed almost perfectly after making a beat for one of the greatest diss songs of all time, Mustard returns with his first album in 5 years. This is Mustard's Faith of a Mustard Seed.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
She said, what you gonna do? That nigga said, we do, earlier. What the fuck we doing? Y'all know I am, right? Here we go, let's go. This feeling like one of them ones. This a whole up, nigga, what's a crime? Bad bitch, yeah, she one of them ones. On God, nigga, put it on mom. Shake that ass, bitch, or you ain't on none. Shake that ass, bitch, or you ain't on none. Ay, shake that ass, bitch, or you ain't on none. Shake that ass, bitch, or you ain't on none. Bad bitch, top 5, top 3. Chrome Heart, Gold Yard, Louis V. Rolex, Cartier, AP. White S, good sex on the beach. Top floor, pole in the condo. Best top, baby, that's the best throw. Straight drop, baby, we can stretch though. It's an awful lot of bitches that's though. Talk about me in that group chat.
All right, how'd you feel when you first listened to this album?
It slaps.
So good.
Banger after
So
banger.
good. I love a symphony mashup with rap.
I do
you know,
too.
the fusion. You know, it has a swag when you can kind of throw those things together.
Yeah, I would say this song definitely has some orchestral, elements to it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this album. I didn't like it as much as his last album, probably because there wasn't like those hits on it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of those projects where you can just press play.
But maybe you
right
need
out to.
time to.
Oh, I've had time. Yeah.
He be dedicating.
Yeah. This has been out for close to a month, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But you know, like sometimes then it kind of
it
goes
grows
hard
on
for
you.
you.
Yeah, I definitely make sure I give like several plays
Okay.
whenever I review an album on the Real Life Shit podcast.
You do be doing
Thorough. He's thorough.
Just to make sure
Yes.
that I feel, exact in how I feel about it.
Okay.
So I want my sentiments to, be right.
Right.
But
That's only fair.
I did like it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about best songs. Cherokee.
You're not counting the ending as a song, right?
Pray for me.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. For me, then that's what I originally chose.
That's also my best song.
Yeah. It just,
Triple it.
Wow, that's so crazy. That's so crazy.
that you got to say.
But before we talk about it, let's listen a little bit.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Yeah. First giving honor to God, to Miss Carol who had first brought me and my moms, to the church where I know I ain't been in so long. I just pray that when I call, they still pick up the phone. Yeah. With judgment coming from all angles, I never defend myself for approval from strangers. When they don't give a damn about my kids. Shit, you ain't gotta pray for me, just pray for them. And pray for my mama, pray for my sis. We miss my granny, we need her at times like this. To think I prayed for the world to be back open, just to lose both of my grandparents to COVID. And pray for every one of my little cousins, who was really more like sisters and brothers. I gotta thank them for sharing their dad, cause growing up he was really all that I had. Growing up at a young age, my pops got deported to Jamaica, and my uncle stepped up and was the father I never had. So when I say gotta thank my little cousins for sharing their dad, they really shared their dad with me. He was the father figure I never had. And he really part of the reason why I am the way I am today, and why I'm as successful as I am in this very moment. Instead of arguing on
Why was this favorite song on the album?
I love the vulnerability that came with it. It just felt very raw, and I love the message. For y'all, if you haven't heard the song, but he was talking about why he named the album Faith of a Mustard Seed, and I just love that he incorporated basically biblical messages in there. But I just really love how he just was speaking like straight from the heart, and And I love that. And I love that there's the choir in the background at the same time. So it feels like you're in church. That's what it felt like to me. Yeah.
Yeah, this is up there with like outro, little like thank you letters with like Last Call by Kanye, Note to Self by J. Cole, where you just have like a 10-minute little diatribe of who you are and how far you came,
right,
and all the thank yous you have to give to everybody who put their energy into you becoming who you are.
Right.
Because none of us as like individuals can become great without a support system. You know, you could have a chip on your shoulder. You could feel like nobody's like really gonna be there for you, but there's no way that you can be successful in life without at least one person there to push you and to hold you down when you really like need that. You know, us as people naturally, we crave other people.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I just shout out to Mustard for like this project. I would like to hear him go like deeper into like this bag, because most of the project was more like radio hits and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But he's obviously showing that he has the emotional depth to like show us a different side. So, yeah, great project.
As you can see, the song had no impact on me whatsoever.
Yeah,
Whatsoever.
I was gonna say.
Why am I crying over here?
No, I wasn't gonna ask it like that. You know, I'm a little more, you know, smooth with it than that. But
Okay.
I was gonna ask why the great, you know, energy shift from you in regards to this song.
I love black church music.
Okay.
I really have so much love and respect for all the world's major religions.
Yeah.
But I personally can't identify with any of them because of the way that certain people misuse them. I love that. That will never take away my love for black church music specifically. And I think the black community. I teach African American studies at Cal State Fullerton. Or should I
Shout out
not
to
have
the
said that?
AFAM
I was supposed to
department.
not say where I.
I mean, it's
Because
up
I've
to
been
you.
having some threats. Whatever. I teach African American studies at Cal State Fullerton.
Shout out to AFAM.
Shout out to the AFAM department.
And black families. Oh, I'm black and Asian. That's another thing I wanted to say before I continue.
I moved just about every mountain that was in my way, and still moving them with the faith of God.
We catch a lot of hell. We catch a lot of hell.
Yeah.
And he's just listening to all the different things that he's seen, all the different trauma, all the different pain, and we know that
Her son was a drummer at the church, and I remember one day
it doesn't have to be this way. The white supremacist, capitalist, policing, the vast majority of the world lives and dies in poverty because of the way that our power structure is corrupt, and black folks in particular are so dehumanized, and so the lives that we live are so unbelievably harsh. It's heartbreaking. And so he's like talking real shit, and I've seen a lot of shit, and that that does a little something to me.
Yeah.
But it was okay. The song was just okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm just sobbing over here, but it's
fine. Don't worry about a thing.
I tolerated the song. Yes.
Tolerated, yeah.
Tolerated.
But yeah, definitely an emotionally evoking song. So again, shout out to Mustard.
It's beautiful.
Woo! Thank you.
It was beautiful.
I think that was the best.
But again, we can't just talk about the good things.
Right.
This is the Real Life Shit podcast, so we do have to also talk about.
Are there tissues on this podcast?
Yeah, I actually just moved the tissue box.
Am I allowed to
Yes,
permission to?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can actually bring it over if you want. It's usually on the table just in case people tear up. But
Do I take off my?
yes, please, or else it will get snatched back. But we have to also talk about the bad. So Cherokee, what song would you delete off this project?
Yak's Prayer.
Kodak
Yeah.
wasn't messing with it.
Maybe I'm biased, but I'm not a big fan of Kodak anyway.
Okay.
And the song I just didn't feel it at all. It was just a filler for me on the album.
I do like Kodak.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like Kodak. Cause I don't like his off the court issues.
Oh, well,
I'm
yeah.
called off the court.
Yeah, right.
I don't like his off the court issues. But musically, I feel like a lot of people I implore you, if you don't like Kodak, to read some of the lyrics on some of Kodak songs, because he's up there with J. Cole and Kendrick when it comes to like conscious, if you want to call it conscious, rap. He just has such a strong accent that a lot of those songs kind of like goes over people's heads, and they just hear the melodies and they're just like bobbing their head. But yeah, Kodak could write. But I do agree, especially at that point in the album, because he has such a southern like twang to his voice, and it's a little different of a vibe. It could like throw you off. It could be a little off-putting after like a album full of like West Coast hits, where even Atlanta artists are jumping on like West Coast songs. The song I'm gonna delete is "One Bad Decision" featuring LMA and Roddy Ricch.
Oh no!
Okay,
it's not because it's a bad song,
right?
But if you interpolate, if you sample 911 by Wyclef Jean,
woo!
All I'm gonna hear is the original.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm only gonna hear the original. So that's all it was. It's not a bad song. I just immediately wanted to listen to the original right after.
Are we allowed to not delete any songs?
Only if you listen to the full album.
Okay, well, we are not deleting any songs. Keep doing what you're doing.
Cherokee.
Perfect.
Yes.
Rating out of 10.
I gave it 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
I gave it 8.3.
11 out of 10 for sure.
11 out of 10. Yeah, I gave it 7.5.
So 7.9 out of 10. Shout out to Mustard. Would love to talk to you if you end up seeing this. But
follow us.